the beloved but never particularly good mono black control deck. So,
well, I think this, for once and maybe coming back. So we are looking at Stein.
Two legendary grinders.
Yes. We have a young grinder and an old grinder.
Yeah.
It's hard to say how old Sam Stein is.
Mid-20s, late 20s, I would guess?
Looks like mid-40s.
Come on, man. No. All right, so Noah's going to start off the action here with a Delver of Secrets that's met with a mental misstep from Sam.
And in case you guys are wondering at home, because the deck list on top, Noah's playing Blue-White Delver. Sam is also playing Blue-White Delver, it looks like.
Yep.
He's not playing a control deck so much. It's more akin to Adam Prozac's list from last week. So, but I talked to Sam before deck building took place. While he was building his deck, and he was a big proponent of mental misstep this weekend. So
now that's a hand. We got an all cast Gataxian Probe from Noah here, revealing another Coast, a Snapcast Image, a Thought Scour, a second Delver of Secrets, and a Mana Leak.
That's not a bad hand.
That was not a bad hand.
And the misstep was also in his opener too, so he kept a pretty spicy number.
Noah, if you've been following the Open Series at all, you've seen him in a lot of the West Coast events. Sam Stein is a former, had some GP and PT success, and is now a very successful poker Magic player. He was also my teammate at the Two-Headed Giant Pro Tour, won by Jacob Van Loon and
how about that?
Chris Lockman.
You guys could not stop the Sliver Kids, huh? Had it.
No.
Had it.
And now, if the hand couldn't get any better, now it has. We have a flipped Delver revealing a Vapor Snag.
You know, Sam Stein still got it.
And we're going to see a Dismember from Noah here.
That's a good play by Noah, actually. He gets the information.
Right, there's nothing really that Sam can do to stop this, so he just gets to know what the draw step is and then kill the Delver anyway.
I mean, absolutely no problem paying 4 life to get that thing taken care of. So.
Yep. I mean, in the Delver Mirrors, your life total kind of matters, but it's more about efficiency than it is about your raw life total.
Absolutely. Sam is in the tank here, and I think he's
going to Thought Scour away his Snag. Yeah.
Feels as though he doesn't really need it anymore, so he can just do that now.
Yeah, the Snag has definitely lost a lot of value.
He drew himself. I didn't get a good look at it.
I think he has another Thought Scour.
Okay. We know he has a Seachrome in his hand that he's likely going to play this turn. He's going to follow that up with Delver of Secrets. No untaps, no draws. We know that Noah has a Mana Leak in his hand. There's an island.
And there's Geist of St. Traft.
Now, Sam's deck list that I know you have in front of you,
yep.
Is he pretty good against Geist, or is he a little soft to it?
He has 2 copies of Phantasmal Image, and he also has 3 Talorans, which, you know, eventually, in theory, can mitigate it. Yeah.
As you see, Sam reveals Gataxian Probe off of his Delver of Secrets this turn. So he's a little bit softer to it than some of the other, because he's not playing blue. Well, he is playing blue-white, but he doesn't have Geist of his own.
He also has 3 copies of Augur of Bolus, which is not it's not like an answer to Geist, but it's certainly good.
Sure.
He's revealing
probe with the alternate casting cost, so going to take pay 2 life. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shows us a Sword of Feast and Famine, a Mana Leak, and a Vapor Snag. So Noah's hand is fairly good, but he is, I would say, pretty all in on this Geist draft right now. While we know that Sam has a good hand, and he just has to be able to get all of the spells out of his hand and have them have an impact on the game, because his hand is definitely there.
Yeah. This is an issue possibly with, you know, the threat-light nature of the blue-white decks is you have all these fiddly cantrips and not actual guys to add to the board, and so Geist of St. Traft unchecked, it can often just go unchecked if you don't have your own copy or Phantasmal Image to legend rule it.
Sure. So Sam's just going to play an island and passes back. Noah knows most of the contents of his hand because of a Gataxian Probe. We'll see what Noah does here. It looks like he drew a Delver of Secrets. Yeah. And so now you get to the situation of, do I want to trade my Geist for your Delver?
Yeah, I mean, he almost certainly wants to snag here if the concern is just Mana Leak. Because then he's just in a staring match at that point. He doesn't really have a great follow. I guess he can leak back, but then you're completely all in on the Geist.
Yes. But I think that he doesn't really have much, like, a better option.
Yeah, he doesn't really have another line.
And Sam knows that Mana Leak is there.
Yeah, both of these guys have a lot of information on each other's hands, so this is very chess matchy right now.
Yeah. You know, do I want to leak here? Do I want to leak back? You know, what exactly do I want to do?
So Sam is contemplating a move here. Sam is originally a Southern California grinder. Played it with and against him in PTQs, and, you know, the 06, 07 era.
Yeah, I mean, Sam and I, we were from different areas, but I'm pretty sure he's 26, just like I am. And we were grinding PTQs at the same time. He was doing them in LA and that sort of thing, and I was grinding through the Midwest. He has a Pro Tour top 8, Pro Tour Valencia with Affinity, so he's very, very good at Magic.
Yep. He probably doesn't play as much as he would like to anymore because poker is sort of taken over a large part of his gaming life in that way, but
he is no slouch. It does not surprise me to see him at 2-0 right now. And Geist is going to come through. There's our Angel token. Surprised he didn't fight over that. I know it's a fight that he was going to lose, but now Noah still just has a mana leak that he can use.
Yeah.
So now he has to worry about the mana leak for, you know, the rest of the game now.
Well, yeah, the question now that Noah has is if he wanted to play his Delver there to sort of advance his board further or hold up leak.
We see a Thought Scour. We didn't see the cards that he turned over, unfortunately. Gonna draw a card.
So Sam could really use a Phantasmal Image here. That would be basically ideal.
Yes.
Because he could leak back. And then he's in a great position to take the game over from there.
He's just in so much trouble now. You know, because now he has to fight through a mana leak that I don't think he's going to be able to fight through very well.
Yeah, he's just saying go.
You know, I guess that he could Snapcaster to be able to block that Geist.
Or, yeah. The thing is, like, Sam can't even, it's not even like he can bluff Restoration Angel or something like that. Like, Noah still has the mana leak, so
yeah,
he's just in the driver's seat and he can react accordingly.
All right, so there's our Snapcaster Mage. He's going to leak. We're going to leak back.
Going to leak back, so the Snapcaster's not going to be able to flash anything back.
He targets whatever he
He's
targets.
going to trade.
He's going to trade, and then he's going to go down to 5. And now Noah's going to have the opportunity. I think he may have targeted the misstep. Okay, maybe not. And then the Delver is in play now. So now we're pondering for help. And don't forget, Pat, that Noah still does have that sort of Feast and Famine in his hand.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not the best card in the blue-white mirror, but it's not something that Sam can afford to forget about.
No, it definitely matters. I think Noah's still on 3 mana here, so Sam doesn't have to worry about him ripping a land and going play and equip for another 2 turns at the minimum, which gives him a little bit of breathing room.
There's Augur of Bolas showing us a ponder. Clearing some cards through his deck. Augur of Bolas, another card from M13 that we didn't even get around to discussing. Just, I mean, it's being compared to Court Hussar, but I mean, it's just another very efficient, good card that's been printed that has an impact.
Yeah.
Ponder, what are we looking for? Could be looking for gut shots.
I feel like once you have Augur in your deck, you definitely want to have more equipment, because that's the way that you can turn that guy into a real 2-for-1, is actually turning his body into something that means something.
Sure.
And Sam does have a 1 red-white sword and 1 black-green sword in his deck, so.
Sam's life total is a little, I mean, it's low. It's a little bit scary where he's at right now. I can't tell what card he drew.
Is it a leak, it looks like?
And Delver. So Sam right now...
This is a big flip right here.
Yeah, this is a very, very important turn. Sam really needs this Delver not to flip at this point in time. Snapcaster Mage, which isn't a bad draw for Noah. It's, you know, it was more important for Noah to be able to flip that Delver on this turn, but he does have options in his graveyard. There's a Dismember down there. I believe there's also a Ponder down there. Gitaxian Probe, okay. Just gonna fire that off for 2.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Another nice thing about Augur of Bolas, you know, ignoring all of its text and everything of that nature, just it being a 1/3 against Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
The right stats for the job.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Sam is contemplating here.
I mean, there's a possibility that he has misstep, but I don't think I want to pay 2 life.
With a Delver, facing against an opposing Delver and falling to 3.
Yeah, I don't think that he can afford to fall to 3. Yeah, and he does
going to show a misstep. I believe it's a Thought Scour is the...
Yes, I'm fairly sure the other card in his hand is Thought Scour, and he's going to play another Delver. And he's going to miss. Okay.
Alright.
And he's going to let that one resolve too.
Okay.
Okay.
And Noah's just drawn a land, so he's potentially representing that the sword can get equipped next turn. So this is going to reveal the sword he knows about.
Yep. Draw a card. Sam is still in a very difficult spot here.
Yeah, there's so many draws that Koessel has that are all insane.
Yeah, he's got to keep fading. Is this Talrund? Yeah. He's got to fade this turn. If he makes it through this turn, I think he can win. Okay, is that the land that he needs?
Yeah, the only bad draws that he has are like creature or comes into play tap land are his bad draws.
Yeah, Seachrome is a bad draw, and creature is, I mean, depending on what creature it is, to be honest. Because like this, I think it looks like he just drew Geist. Geist isn't even that bad.
Yeah, the Geist is still fine.
Sam needs to, for lack of a better term, go off this turn. He needs to make a lot of 2/2s, and that's going to help.
That's a good start.
That's going to help. So Thought Scour is going to flip Delver into Insectile Aberration, which is going to give him a flying blocker for the Geist of St. Trapped Angel at the very least, ignoring the other Delvers that are in play. And we're also going to get another one here in a moment, I believe, with Thought Scour. But he could also, Pat, save the Thought Scour and then Mental Misstep it. Yeah, so you can make 2 flyers.
He still might just feel like he needs more gas, though. Noah just... Brick again on his draw?
Yeah, no reveal again. Sword, and it looks like Moorland Haunt.
Moorland Haunt's a fine draw here.
It's not a bad draw at all. The longer... See,
Are you supposed to put Sword on your Geist here and just get in?
Makes it a 4/4. It's tough.
There's there's no way for this to not be some pretty reasonable value.
And just equip it with equip Geist and then just attack just with Geist.
Yes. You gotta do something with your mana. And now he's in a position where going forward he can equip his sword onto something and use Moorland Haunt. So he has a good plan for his 5 mana going forward.
Sure.
So I think you just need to cash in your mana this turn doing this. It's gonna trade off with some amount of stuff, and then you can start doing just Moorland Haunt plus Sword on a guy every turn and try to whittle Sam down that way.
Yeah, whittle him down that way and not let Talrund take over the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like with the plan that you've just crafted, you know, him moving Sword, equipping and attacking, activating Moorland Haunt, who's going to run out of guys first? Because now it's, you know, Talrund can keep creating an army to be able to make double blocking realistic, that sort of thing.
I mean, the hope is that Sam just bricks off on a draw step or 2, and then...
Sure. I guess Noah has guaranteed resources where Sam has to keep drawing well.
Plus, if Noah can flip over his Delvers, also now he has a 5/4 flyer with a sword every turn.
Sure.
It's lethal, and
looks like Sam is going to consider double blocking here and then going down to 1, which I don't
it's really dangerous.
Love. I think he should Thought Scour first. Yeah, try to pick up the information that way.
Yeah, the risk of falling to 1 here is now you're in just Vapor Snag Gutshot territory, and this game is going to probably go on for a bunch of turns, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because Sam needs to kind of like hold back and grind his Talrand to eventually be able to get enough momentum to attack. You're going to be on the back foot for a while, so I don't think you can really afford to fall to 1.
All right, well, Sam is going to disagree.
I think he's taking a way more aggressive angle here. I think he's just going to try to cantrip and get his guy flipped and just kill in 1 shot, or close to 1 shot. It's very aggressive.
Dead card. That kind of hurts too, because it's a card that he would like to be able to cast.
Well, he can Thought Scour it away before he draws.
Sure. Draw a card. So if your plan was to...
Oh, I think Noah's saying that Sam missed the trigger on making his token.
Talrunda, you may. I guess there's the lapsing trigger rule now.
Yeah, it's mismanaged. At the minimum, it could be a mismandatory, right?
Sure.
I think that they're just debating whether or not Sam has like basically gone too far.
Sure.
Because he started flipping over, and I believe Talrand's a trigger when you play.
Yes, it's when you play.
So in theory, it's like the Thought Scour's in the process of resolving. But I guess they're letting him have the token.
I can't really tell what exactly happened there because then it looks like the gut shot went to his hand. Or I can't really tell what happened there at all.
I mean, it's pretty clear Sam wanted Thought Scour himself after the
reveal.
Right.
He does not want to draw the gut shot, of course, because he can't cast it. We'll see if we can get something sorted out with you guys on what exactly happened there. But just staying on the game, I know that maybe his turn would have been better served if he just chump blocks with Augur of Bolas, flips Delver, makes a token at the end of turn. And then it's attack for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, I can definitely understand not wanting to cast the Thought Scour right away because you just want to have the information on your draw step with Delver before you make a decision on what you want to do with the Thought Scour.
Sure. Any reveals?
All right, well, that's...
Gutshot's just going to... Well, he has Mental Misstep in his hand.
Yeah, but he... Oh, yeah, right. He's got me up.
So, yeah, this game is not over.
Certainly not a bad draw.
But he is not in a good situation. I think that Snapcaster Mage in Sam's hand as well. We don't have a good look at his hand because I feel like I see Sword of War and Peace, some other things like that. So we don't have a very good look at his hand. But
yeah, the question is, does he want to move the sword onto the Snapcaster to be able to attack with that as well, or just put it on another flyer?
Sure, and for you guys wondering at home, what happened at the beginning of Sam's last turn is he got the token, he Thought Scoured the Gut Shot, and Talrand away, and then drew a card.
All right, he's going to Alpha here. He's going to put it on the sword to be able to send with the Snapcaster.
So we see a Thought Scour. That's going to make a 2/2. And okay, so he gets a thumbs up. He's going to get his token. He's going to flip 2 cards that we're not going to be able to see very well. And then draw his card.
Now Sam can't tap out because he knows about the Gut Shot, so he's got to leave one up.
He's got to leave one up. And then Augur's going to go there. And we know he has Misstep. Looks like he has a Delver, and I think that other card is Sword of War Piece, which he can't do because of Gut Shot still. Noah loses both of his Delvers, and Talrand is slowly but surely trying to take this game over.
He's still got a lot of work to do because of the Moorland Haunt's going to buy Noah a reasonable amount of time here.
Yeah.
Also, now that with Sam at 1, now the Moorland Haunt's also a powerful defensive tool as well. Defensive and offensive tool as well.
Sure.
The creature's actually lethal.
Sam's going to give it a quick read. I think that Sam drew Gut Shot. Maybe he drew a land. He's trying to get that sword active. The sword is going to save him to a degree here. As long as he has 6 lands. I mean, gaining 2 life isn't great, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's in a really weird spot of like, he needs to apply pressure, but he can't also get himself killed. He also, all right, so he's gonna play the red-white sword.
He's gonna equip his Delver, he's gonna Gut Shot. Okay, he's just hoping that he wouldn't do it.
Well.
It's an interesting situation. I don't know Sam's hand exactly, but I mean, if he made that play and was hoping he wouldn't notice, then I feel like maybe that's the only thing that he could do.
Yeah. It seemed like his hand had some gas in it. He might have still had a little bit of time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if Sam has any spell he can cast, any 1-mana spell, he can make a blocker and cast the sword and say go with his mana up for
Misstep.
For Misstep.
Yeah.
And then next turn he can do whatever from there.
Because he had 2 blockers, and so I mean, yes, like the sworded attacker on Snapcaster is going to kill his Talrand, and then his Delver can trade with the Spirit token, that sort of thing. So he's in, he's not in great shape. But I don't think that was the only thing he could do that turn. And then if it doesn't happen, he just loses.
Yeah. Assuming he had a spell to cast, it's all basically he needed a 1-mana cantrip to be able to start. To be able to do that line, so I couldn't see his hand, so I'm not sure if he had it.
As the gentleman's sideboard, taking a look at Noah's deck list, I see a Sword of War and Peace. He has Dissipate as well. that he may want to use. He also has 3 Phantasmal Images, which he may want to board in to counteract the Talruns, which almost, took over that game.
Yep.
You're also going to find an O-Ring and a Revoke Existence and a Divine Offering, so he's kind of spread out his threats to be able to take care of artifacts. If he saw a Sword of War and Peace from Sam, he doesn't know how many he has in his deck list, of course, but he may opt to go that route. A lot of people do board in Divine Offering in this matchup. You're also going to find a Faith Shield, a Spectral Flight, and a Mental Misstep. I expect the Misstep to come in. I would not be surprised to see Faith Shield come in, and Spectral Flight on a Gutching Trap is a very good way to just steal a game.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of options.
Yeah, basically, Sam's side is going to probably, I would imagine, board up to 4 copies of Phantasmal Image. He has 2 main. I imagine he wants 3 and 4. He has 2 copies of Dismember he may want. He has 4 Restoration Angels. He has another Gutshot, probably doesn't want. He has a Cavern of Souls he can bring in. I mean, he's got a couple things. I'm not sure, what do you think Restoration Angel is for specifically?
I'm not really sure. I know that they like to try to morph back into more of a mid-rangey deck or form back the traditional Delver, but it doesn't really make much sense to me on why you would want to try to morph that way. If your deck is based around Talrun, then you want to make Talrun as good as possible. So why are you trying to do the morphing? There's a theory that you can board out Talrun for Restoration Angels, so when people try to beat Talrun, you have this 3/4 Flying Flash, that sort of thing they don't see coming.
Right.
But when you're playing against blue-white Delver at this point anyway, if someone has 4 mana up, I think everyone is trained at this point that they pass their turn with 4 mana up. I'm going to play around Restoration Angel the best of my ability, whether you have it in your 75 or not.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you're gaining a huge advantage where, say, the people when they were boarding Delver and switching into a control deck with Sun Titans and Rats and stuff,
yeah,
you can catch people off guard with that.
Right.
I don't think you're going to catch anyone off guard with a Restoration Angel from your sideboard.
Well, I mean, it also might be an issue of just trying to get Talrun out of your deck when your opponent's going to be bringing in Phantasmal Image. Could be another thing, too.
Okay.
Because Phantasmal Image is pretty bad against Sam. He has no other. He doesn't have Gutching Trap. There's no other legends for him to tag.
There's no other legends for him to tag. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable with a Snapcaster Mage to flip Delver and Augur of Bolas. Augur of Bolas, I feel, is a pretty good copy.
Sure.
But it's nowhere near as good as killing the legends, that sort of thing. It just makes me wonder, and this isn't directed towards Sam, but just this deck in general. What's the point of having Talrun in your deck if you're just going to board it out?
I mean, they're also possibly for fighting different things, right? It's possible you want Restoration Angel against, maybe Talrun's just too bad against the decks that have Bonfire of the Damned. You'd rather have Restoration Angel once you're sure that they're there. It's possible that Talrun's just the more powerful card for the deck in the abstract, but against particular decks or particular cards, Restoration Angel is just a better 4 to have.
Okay.
I mean, certainly Talrun does not match up especially well against Bonfire.
Yes, I would agree with that 100%.
Right. So
it'll be interesting to see. The thing that I've noticed, when you are doing commentary on Delver, or if you're just watching someone play Delver, or playing Delver yourself, the way that they sideboard is different every single game.
Yep.
They build their sideboards with a ton of one-ofs because of Thought Scour, because of Snapcaster, all this stuff that you can't ever predict how your opponent is going to sideboard. You're going to see Sam start with a Seachrome Coast into a Ponder.
Thinking.
Always thinking, pondering, if you will. Is that pun good? Or
I don't even know if that qualifies as a pun. That might fail to meet the minimum requirements of a pun.
Okay. It's early. We're only in round 3.
Yeah, we're still warming up here.
I mean,
it's a long day.
But I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah. I'm going to be happy when this card is no longer in Standard.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Well, don't hold back. Tell us how you feel.
3 minutes of shuffling and presenting, and then another 90 seconds on turn 1.
So you're saying you like Sensei's Divining Top, or?
I mean, it's only one of the most miserable cards. Turn 1 Delver from Noah.
So Sam, of course, is just trying to get things set up with his Ponder, which he looked to have kept, and now he's just going to try to get things set up with Delvers and Augurs, and Gutshot is going to take care of that. And I like how Sam drew his card first before just insta-Gutshotting that thing. Just get all of your information, gather your bearings. Gutshot's going to resolve anyway, but there's no reason to just throw it out of your hand like a hot potato.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of EOT Gutshots in my day.
Yeah, which nothing drives me more crazy. Ponder for Noah, and he's going to do his little setup here too. while Pat tries not to kill himself with a ponder on the stack. Noah is shuffling. Tick, 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 tick.
So what do you think about Gut Shot in the mirror? Like, obviously it's very, very good against Delver, but it's pretty marginal otherwise. How do you think that in the Delver mirrors you want like some number or 0 or 4? Like, what would your ideal configuration be?
It's so hard because there's so many stages of the game in Delver. You know, first there's the Delver stage, then there's the Geist Saint Trap stage, then there's the Restoration Angel stage, then there's the Equipment in the Moorland Haunt stage. That I feel like you have to keep a couple in. I don't know if you want all 4. Because, you know, it does take care of Snapcaster as well, but gut-shotting Snapcaster isn't really impressive. All
right, we got a Gitaxian Pro up here. We're looking at Cavern of Souls, Island. Is that Dissipate?
That could be a Dissipate. I know that's a Phantasmal image, and I believe the other card is an Augur of Bolus. No, it's Snapcaster Mage. But it's definitely Dissipate.
Yeah.
Definitely Dissipate in hand. So that's something that Noah is going to keep in mind, and he's just going to pass with the Glacial Fortress. So we move on to Sam's turn. And for you guys wondering at home, it is Dissipate, Augur of Bolas, and Phantasmal Image. We have that confirmed for you.
Yeah.
So Sam is going to Snapcaster. Then we're going to.
But it's a Ponder.
And it's Ponder number 3 of the match. You guys can't see Pat right now, but he's actually gouging his eyes out.
Yeah.
And Sam is going to elect to
okay, that was a pretty quick resolution.
That was
fast.
Maybe that's why we want Mental Misstep, just because it just gets rid of this Ponder.
Yeah.
So we're going to see on Noah's side, now both players have all the information. Vapor Snag, Gitaxian Probe, Geist, Glacial Fortress, which is going to come into play tapped as of right now, Moorland Haunt, and Gut Shot. So Noah's hand is pretty solid. Both players have basically all the information. Mystery card is going to be coming from Sam with Gitaxian Probe. But, you know, we've got all the information readily available to both players, so we're going to see what they do with the information that they have.
Yeah. Unlike last game, Noah knows that Sam has a clean answer to Geist Saint Traps and the Phantasmal Image, so that's going to warp his play a little bit.
Gut Shot is going to take care of this guy. And that'll stop, you know, if from blocking Geist Saint Trapped and dealing 2 points of damage and that sort of thing, which is a pretty reasonable trade. So Noah drew Snapcaster Mage this turn, which...
I'd rather Snapcaster and Ponder than throw my Geist Saint Trapped into the jaws of a Phantasmal Image.
Sure.
I think what he's debating right now is if he wants to play his land tap this turn and flashback Gitaxian Probe, or plays Moorland Haunt and Snapcaster into Ponder instead.
Okay. And I think Probe is the easiest play to make this turn just because it's free. He's going to get information. He's also going to get a draw step to get even more information on his end.
Oh, there's a misstep that Sam drew. So
okay.
That.
Well, you're certainly not going to fight over that card. And then if he draws an untapped land, it looks like, I think he drew the Faith Shield. I believe that's what that is. I'm not positive. He's just going to Geist him, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
He's just fine with this exchange.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's Sam's turn to think it through.
I had to assume we're going to be starting off the action here with a... that is a Moorland Haunt. Yeah, that's a Moorland Haunt for Sam.
Tough turn for Sam. He's got some options. I mean, Image is the easiest.
I think we had to start here. Yeah,
Image is the easiest start.
Now, okay, just gonna send it back.
Simple pass. Delver is Noah's draw step.
Here's another Geist.
Another Geist.
No leak for Sam, so now he is very much under the gun if he can't find another Phantasmal Image.
It's rather important that he find. It's rather important that he find one, or a Snapcaster, or just something to be able to take care of this.
Yeah.
Sam just passes back. His hand does not seem terribly exciting, but we don't know all of the contents of it at this point.
Koessel just drew a Gut Shot, which shuts off Snapcaster.
Shuts off Snapcaster as a plan.
Although I guess Sam still has the Mental Misstep in his hand that we know about.
Okay. Sam is just taking 6. And our camera is gone, but it'll be back shortly, I promise.
Please stand by.
Hi.
Hello, we should be returning the match shortly.
But while we're here, what do we think is going to happen in that game?
I don't know. Koessel seemed to be in the driver's seat. Sam definitely has draws to pull himself out of the game, but he needs to find a Phantasmal image pretty soon, or else the Geist is just going to bury him.
And I know that, he has a image that he can remove to Moorland Haunt, and then, he can possibly play a Delver of Secrets and then double block.
He's got a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's got a misstep for the gut shot and that sort of thing, so he's got time, but he seems to be fairly far behind. I mean, the contents of Noah's hands are all, he has very good cards in his hand.
Yeah, and he has I believe he has a Moorland Haunt of his own, too, so he can just sit with all of his mana back, play reactively, and then be able to jam the Moorland Haunt if Sam doesn't do anything productive on his own main phase. So, yeah, Noah seems to be firmly in the driver's seat, and Sam needs to find pretty much just Phantasmal Image, I believe, pretty soon.
I mean, Phantasmal Image is going to make it easiest to take care of things. It's not his only out, but I mean, it's the one out that he's going to want to draw. And I think you said, how many did he have access to? Is it 4 after board, maybe?
Yeah, he has 2 in the main, and then he has 2 more he can board.
Okay, so he has enough to reasonably find one with his cantripping and that sort of thing. And I think that is the card that's going to turn things around for him the quickest.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that, like we said, like, Noah's hand is actually all gas. So it's not just about finding, like, a reasonable answer to the Koessel trap. He needs to find, like, the best answer very fast, and to be able to also overcome all the other stuff that Noah's going to be doing in the next couple of turns.
Sure.
So
and now we're back here. It looks like, just an attack and then a Delver post-combat. And he's just going to make a token with Moorland Haunt.
Yeah.
And the fine gentleman starts the game, so we'll get him a Spirit token for identification for you guys at home. So it's no mystery what he's got here.
So Sam is going to go to his turn.
Draw step. Can't quite see it. Hopefully not on a land, because land number 6 is not going to be good for him. He needs
it allows him to keep up Dissipate and use Moorland Haunt, which is something.
Yeah,
it's not useless, but it's not very good.
We'll see what he named with Cavern there in a moment. He's going to go ahead and play. He's just going to go ahead and activate Moorland Haunt. Get a Spirit token and keep going with his turn. Pressure him with the Geist and everything else. Check for Delver.
Nope.
No good this time. So we know that Koessel has at least one Snapcaster in his hand. There's a Gut Shot over there as well.
A Vapor Snag. His hand is juiced.
Yeah, his hand is very, very good. For you guys wondering over there at home, Cavern of Souls is named on Wizard. And we're just going to leave Delver at home. So.
Yep, attacking with the Spirit token from Moorland Haunt, the Geist, and the Angel token.
And if it's going to be a double block on Geist, things are not going to go particularly well here, I don't think.
Well, I mean, Sam still has the misstep, but Noah also has Vapor Snag and
Gut Shot.
And Snapcaster Mage to go. Like he can just break up this block.
Yeah, he can go over the top 3 times, where Sam can only go over the top twice.
So now I believe Sam's debating between dissipating or, I guess probably if he wants to cast his mental misstep using mana, or all casting it, leaving up dissipate in his other action.
That's going to be an alternate casting of it. I mean, the two life here is extremely relevant too.
Yeah, he's under the gun.
Snag. He's going to dissipate.
He's going to dissipate the snag. So this is probably going to be Snapcaster into Gut Shot.
Yeah, and you can just tell tell by Sam's body language.
Yeah,
you can kind of tell that he's beat. Yeah. He's going to take 5 from the attack with the Angel token, puts into 3, full board for Noah. Sam only looks to be 1 or 2 cards in his hand.
Still and he still has a Delver of Secrets off screen also.
Yeah, that can be flipped. Augur is not really going to take care of what he needs it to, because they can't even search for Phantasmal Image.
Sam has some excellent body language.
Yeah, you can tell. The thing about Sam, because I've known him for so long, is you can tell when he's beat or when he's mad. He kind of wears it on him. He probably does a better job of hiding it when he's playing poker.
I would have to assume so.
Yeah, but in Magic, he's been known to get frustrated a little easily.
Yeah.
He hates losing, which I think is admirable, because I hate losing as well, but you can kind of tell.
Well, I don't really know of anyone who enjoys the experience of losing.
Sure.
You know, I mean, there are degrees. And there's a concession.
Noah Koessel is going to move on to 3-0, winning a Delver Mirror, defeating Sam Stein, who was a bit more of the untraditional blue-white Delver with Talon that you guys are familiar with due to Adam Prozac last weekend.
Yeah.
So, you know, just from the games that we watched there, do you think that one of these, you know, in the mirror type match, do you think that one of these decks is more favored than the other? Do you think traditional Delver is better against Talon Delver, or vice versa?
Well, it's hard to. I was not exactly stoked with Sam's sideboarding, specifically having it dissipate.